I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good morning, Brahmins. It is Friday, February 3rd, and it's good to see you today. So we have a few announcements today. Starting off with the boys basketball team had a game against Pahokee last night. And I got the word from Mr. Thomas this morning that we won both games. So everybody behaved themselves, and it was a great turnout. So congratulations to both teams, boys, and Coach Kelly. Thank you guys for representing us so well. And Vicki, you want me to do track? Or do you want to do track? So track people, anybody who had signed up to try out or to with Mr. Warren or to go to any of the track events. He says some of you signed up to try out, but you never showed up to tryouts. He says some of you do extra sports. So he wants to make sure that sometime next week, hopefully Monday, you show up to his track practices, because he has a lot of you signed up. I think there's over 40 girls, or right at 40 girls signed up, but only 20 have shown up at this time. He needs to hear from all you guys because he's getting ready to make some cuts. So please go see Mr. Ware next week on Monday at track practice. If the very least, you may want to contact him via email. If you need to know his email address, stop by and see me somewhere, or see Miss Goggins or Miss Hurst or Miss Shirley. So I do have a shout out at the end, so I'm going to hold off on that. So Miss Hurst.
Good morning. I have an announcement about community service hours. If you're looking to fulfill some community service hours, and there is a difference between community service hours and work hours, just an FYI, if you're looking and you're a junior going into your senior year, there is a difference between those hours. So for community service hours, Everglades Elementary is holding a Valentine's social on February 15th and 16th from 3:15 to 5 o'clock. They would love to have some high schoolers be able to come in, help set up, break down, serve snacks, and wrangle little children. And I don't mean like wrangle them, but make sure they're doing, some things, not twisting their arms or anything like that. But that is on, again, February 15th and 16th at Everglades Elementary. And speaking of Everglades Elementary, if you are one of the students that have been trying to fill out FAFSA, are struggling with filling out your FAFSA, there is going to be a time soon. And I wish I would have pulled it up before I said it. Oh, no. Please hold. Please hold. There is going to be on Tuesday, February 22nd. It is at Everglades Elementary. There's going to be a Taco Tuesday truck and career resources, as well as information about FAFSA support. So if you live in that section of town and you want some free tacos, or if you don't live in that section of town and you want to travel to get some free tacos, Elena Barron will be there, and she will be hosting that. We've had it here at the high school already once, but you will have the opportunity to have some support in your college career readiness, as well as FAFSA support while getting some tacos. So February 21st for that, and then February 15th and 16th for the Valentine's. Okay, I'm done.
Taco Tuesday with free money for college.
Yes.
Hello. That's
Sign me up
there. Absolutely. So freshmen, just a reminder, next week, 4 days, progress reports. If you haven't heard, if you haven't been notified, February 9th, that's next Thursday. So take care of your zeros. You got a whole weekend to work on that. As Mr. Stewart says, Monday's coming, but you got a whole weekend to work on those zeros and take care of those.
2 more days till Monday.
I knew it. Make sure you take care of those. If I'm currently supervising your math class, if your IXLs are caught up, because I've been on you a little bit, email me and let me know, but I'll be checking those again this weekend as well. So also, I know Ms. Hurst talked about opportunities for community service. Those freshmen who are on the ball and want to start getting those hours, if you are interested, please go by and see Mr. Suarez. The Interact Club organizes a lot of events and opportunities for community service. You do not have to be a part of his Interact Club to take advantage of those opportunities, however, but he can get you the information if you're interested. So go by and see him if you want to earn some of those hours now. Ms. Shirley?
Okay, we're good now. Happy Friday. Okay, couple quick reminders for you students. One, be mindful at lunch where you're sitting. We do have some lovely birds that like to perch above some certain seating areas. So knowing this, maybe don't sit in that spot so that when they start using the restroom nearby, you don't run and leave your trash, okay? That's just a thought. Try to do that. The other thing, and this is very important, is that you remember our lockdown procedures, okay? And this is during a drill or anything else. Make sure that you are not leaving and going between classes or locations during those times unless escorted by an adult during yellow, for example, and red, absolutely no movement at all. Just a reminder, make sure that you're always vigilant and paying attention to those things. All right, other than that, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday.
I thought of so many jokes, Miss Shirley, as you talked about the birds.
Oh,
I'll hold off on those.
I'm sure there's very many.
So, all right. So, and that brings to mind as well, February is Bad Weather Awareness Month. Teachers, talk to your students about the tornado drill. I believe there's some stuff that was sent out a few days ago about that. Also, if I didn't get a chance to thank you, and I think we may have, but JROTC, NHS, and FFA, you guys were fantastic at that Teacher of the Year banquet. I want to personally thank you. What's that, Ms. Hurst?
And journalism.
And journalism. I apologize. So the 4 groups, you guys were fantastic. We had praise and lots of people talking about you there and all the work that you did. And in fact, they've already talked about having several of you back next year to do the same thing. So thank you so much for that, if you haven't been thanked already. And I have a final shout out. So I was walking into the cafeteria the other day, and I talk with our athletes on occasion. And so one of our athletes, Miss Sydney Matthews, she came by to give me some really good news. She had an interview with Palm Beach State College earlier this week, I think, about going down and playing volleyball for them. So she had her interview one afternoon. We talked about some questions that she may get asked. So she came back and seen me the next day, and she says they offered me a full ride to come play for them. So Sydney Matthews, we're so proud of you. Congratulations to you, and thank you for representing us so well. I know that you may or may not go there, but again, big shout out to you. So, all right, we're going to make it a great Friday as together we
move forward
and be great.
And be Brahmins.
All day.
All day.
I am positive.
I am strong.
I am capable.
I am smart. I am determined.
I am in control.
I am great. I'm active.
I am learning.
Next, let's talk about values. Do you know what this means? A value is a belief that influences your actions. For example, if you value your academics, you probably turn in your assignments and study for your tests. If you value your health, then you will avoid drugs and alcohol that can damage your body. Some very positive values include honesty, loyalty, responsibility, and accountability. We mostly get our values from our parents, caregivers, family, friends, organizations that we belong to, and other people that influence us. What are some things that you value? Teachers, please pause the video to allow students to discuss. Yes, I value my friends and family too. We typically make decisions based on our values, but sometimes we make decisions that may go against our values to fit in with a group and peer pressure. We make decisions every day. How many decisions do you think you make in a day? If you answered 3 or 4, think again. We probably make at least a dozen decisions every day. Some decisions are easier than others. When you are faced with a difficult decision, remember to talk it out with a trusted adult. You want to make a smart decision and not act too quickly. Okay, so now go out and make positive choices. Let's watch a video about using your values, working hard, and making good choices.
I was about to speak, and some of the cool guys, they were like, you know what I'm saying, like on the football team, and I saw them teasing this smaller guy with glasses. And I was like, yo, like, y'all giving my man a hard time. Like, what is it? Like, what, was he talking about you? They was like, nah, man, it's nothing. I'm like, nah, tell me, like, I want to know, because y'all cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get, like, what did he say something about your mama? Like, what happened? They was like, nah, man, he be in class, and, man, you wouldn't even. I'm like, give it to me. I want to laugh, too. Like, what is it? They was like, man, he be in class, man, answering questions. I'm like, yeah, okay, so what else? No, man, I'm saying, he think he's smart. I'm like, oh, okay, so you bullying him because he's smart? I'm like, since when was it corny to be smart? Like, that's what scared me about this new, listen to me, that's the new cool. You know what I told them? I said, while y'all playing, my man gonna get a little taller, he gonna lose them glasses and put in them contacts, he gonna put a little weight on, and he gonna be working for a tech company, and you're gonna be asking him for a job one day, because there is value in education. There is value in humbling yourself. So now we gotta ask ourselves, okay, how do I get to the next level? How do I be the absolute best version of me that I can be so I can give to the world what I'm supposed to give to the world? So I need you dreaming. I need you thinking. I need you asking yourself, okay, what adjustments can I make? How far can I go? What can I experience in life? Where can I travel? Let me tell you something, education is the key. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've worked with some students who really, really struggle, and I'm like, okay, you might not get it like your classmate gets it, but you got a brain just like them. I remember being in class, and I have some classmates, they would read it, they got it. That wasn't my story. I would have to read it 2-3 times for me to really finally get it. And that's okay, like, I don't mind. I don't mind putting extra work. Can I be honest with you? I was never the fastest. I was never the smartest. Like, I didn't have the highest IQ. I didn't get it right away. I ain't have no special tutors. Like, that ain't my story, but I'm thinking, like, you ain't finna outwork me. You're not gonna put in more work than me. I'm gonna put in the extra work. I'm gonna put in the extra grind. I'm gonna make the necessary sacrifices. I'm gonna do what I gotta do so I can experience what I wanna experience. So when you look at any of the greats, you look at any of them, Tom Brady, when you look at Michael Phelps, when you look at Serena Williams, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at some of the greats, like LeBron James, like, he's not just tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, he puts in work. So you gotta ask yourself, how successful do I wanna be? How powerful do I wanna be? And how am I gonna put the work in? And it starts right here and right now.
Responsible decisions and positive, healthy values contribute to us being good, responsible citizens. What are some characteristics of good citizenship? These include honesty, truthfulness, respect for oneself and others, participating in government, having a voice in matters, and showing responsibility in one's daily doings. Responsibility means that you do the things that you are supposed or expected to do. This also means that you accept the consequences of your actions. Here is a video about being a responsible citizen.
Now, obligations are those activities that citizens must do, or they'll face legal repercussions. But responsibilities are activities that citizens should do to be good and productive members of society. So you won't get in trouble with the law if you don't do them, but your community will be a better place if you do. We'll talk more about the obligations of citizenship in another video. So for now, let's just focus on the responsibilities. What are those responsibilities? First, there's voting. It's not legally required that citizens vote in the United States, unlike in some other countries where citizens can get in trouble if they don't vote. But responsible citizens get involved with the decision-making process through voting. And to be a good voter, it's important that citizens are informed. They stay up to date on the issues that government is facing, and they research candidates and ballot measures before they vote. But voting isn't the only way to be a responsible citizen. You can also do so by voicing your concerns. For example, something I did recently, and this is true, was emailing my city's transit department about a street light that wasn't functioning properly near where I live. The transit department came out and fixed it, And now there's less of a chance that an accident will happen in that intersection. So when you notice a problem that may affect others, it's responsible to speak up and try to fix things. You can also act as a responsible citizen by volunteering. If you have a skill to teach others or time to give for a good cause, you can make your community a better place through your service. Lastly, good citizens respect the rights and beliefs of others. They understand that in a democracy, not everyone may have the same opinions or concerns as they do, but everyone else is entitled to the same rights as they are. So that's a quick rundown of the responsibilities of citizenship. Which one do you think is most important? What other things can you do to improve your community?
Today's relaxation activity is called breath focus. First, sit comfortably in your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and notice your belly and upper body expanding. Slowly exhale. Do this for several minutes, paying attention to the rise and fall of your belly. While you're doing this, think of a word to focus on, such as safe, calm, or relax. Imagine your inhale as a gentle wave washing over you, and imagine your exhale carrying your negative thoughts and energy away from you. Teachers, please pause the video here to continue to review the lesson content from today and to practice breath focus. Today's wellness video lesson and activities were developed by our district licensed mental health professionals. Remember, we want you to know that it's okay to speak with someone if you feel you need some help or support. Teachers are available and you can always see your school counselor and talk to your parents or guardians. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson and we look forward to seeing you for our next wellness video.